because you had said to me, the therapist said I should do play and be present and engaged just for the sake of doing it. And you were saying, so I'm going to do jiu-jitsu so I can be a better parent for Taylor and for Sailor. And I could, and I was like, hold on, you've given me 7 reasons there. And I feel it tends to happen with people in our space, particularly where like we're in this wellness, personal development space, whatever. And everything has like, what's the outcome from this particular thing? What's the productivity hack? What's the morning routine that's going to make me feel really good?
What's the purpose behind this thing?
Yeah, what's the one thing that's going to make me feel really, really present? And I can't just be being present. There has to be like, what's the supplement I take, or what's the breathwork routine or whatever. And when you were describing all the things you were going to do for play, I was like, but they're all outcome focused. Like you're doing them because. Surely, based on this description, it's something you do with necessarily no outcome. You're just doing it for the sake of doing it and being in the moment. And that's a hard thing sometimes to escape from, especially, and like even this entrepreneur world, you run your own business and stuff, you're constantly thinking every input I give has to have an output, or else it's a waste of time. 80-20, find a 20%, do that. But you can't do that in your life if you really want to be present and experience your life. Like a certain amount of optimization is fine or whatever. But that's where I kind of struggled a little bit. And it was when you were saying it, I was like, oh, I do that as well. I'm going to do this because this. I'm going to go for this walk because Andrew Hoopman says that if I walk for 15 minutes every morning and get sunlight exposure, I'm going to blah, 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 blah. And it's like, that's not the point.
No, not at all. And as you're talking there, I suppose what I look back on now at that time, because I would have not had say much play in my life, and the likes of that, I probably would have made a few mistakes. This is going to be a thing I play with now, but it's not, because of the outcome or the purpose I'm putting behind it. I think I always talk about this, but the idea of the intention, then the intention of me trying to find play or trying to find a thing that would help me allow play has just unraveled then over the last few months, and has then just given me going like, oh, okay, no, I'm kind of getting a bit clearer just through that intention of going, let me find it. Because with Sailor then, the more I looked at Sailor and the more I started to literally play with Sailor, the more I realized that like we just start coming up with our own games. Like, so I think I mentioned to you, I always play with the energy with her. So I was like, I would feel this energy in my hands. I would feel I'd say, can you feel that? And she can feel that. And then we just start throwing this energy, this ball to each other. And then from there as well, we start playing like the floor is lava, all these games that nothing is real, but the creativity, the play just happens naturally, just by being engaged. And it's just like, before you know it, and this is the best thing with play, I think, though, especially with your daughter or your child or someone you love, the fucking connection you have. It's unbelievable. Because two of you are in fits laughing at nothing. And no one else gets it. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden you have this connection, and particularly you say with your daughter or your child, they're looking up to you going like, this is just brilliant. We're just in this moment, and this moment is everything. There's nothing else. This moment is forever. This is just it. And it's fucking, it's so cool.
Yeah, that's really powerful. And I've said this before, that's something you are better at than me. Like
well, again, just say practice.
That's what I mean. You've practiced that, and like I said, that's something I would have struggled with a couple of years ago. With my kids, really being able to feel that, because I play with them, but what I see in them now, their response to me is totally different. Because now they're obviously feeding off that energy, like, and as you said, they are just in that moment. Whereas if I can't be just in that moment because I'm thinking about all the other things that are going on in my head, they don't feel me there. Whereas if but they'd recognize, oh, Daddy's completely engaged. There's eye contact. He gets it. He's throwing the energy ball. The floor is lava. We do wrestling at home and stuff, and jumping off the couch and all that kind of crack. And I can see in them a reflection of me being present. And that was like a wow moment for me. It's like they don't know what's going on in my head, but they are responding directly to me being more present and engaged. This is play. This is more fun. And then you have to stop yourself going, how can I do more of this to get the outcome that I want to fucking try and be in it? Like,
I think it's go back to, like, say me and you, or anyone who's kind of in this idea of development or progress. You can get in your own head about it. How can I get more of it? And what can I do to double up this feeling of play and presence? Like, it's just like, you are just trying to be in that moment. But as you were talking there around the home and stuff, because I think it's the big thing as well. As I get more playful at home, I get more playful with Danielle, and the energy in the house is just different. All of a sudden, it's just like everyone's uplifted, and we're just having a crack, and we're much more grateful, and we haven't done anything. Nothing has literally changed in our lives, apart from, again, like the intention and the desire to play. But I think it's something you have to work on. I suppose that's the whole point of this conversation.